Hello friends, how are you? Shall we start our class today? So let's go. The notebook smelled like old paper and memories. I traced the date scribbled in the corner, April 10th, 2009, the day 15-year-old me fell for Daniel Morrison. "You're the only girl who gets my stupid jokes," he'd said, stealing my pencil in math class. That crooked smile made my stomach flip then. It still did now. "Clara." Daniel's voice snapped me back to our dimly lit bedroom. He stood in the doorway, tie loose, shadows under his eyes. "You're home late," I said, closing the notebook. "Deadline at the firm." He avoided my gaze while unbuttoning his shirt. "Don't wait up." I caught the scent as he passed, jasmine and something chemical. Not his usual cologne. "Daniel." My fingers twitched toward his sleeve. "Is everything shh?" "Jesus, Clara." He jerked away. "I'm tired, not cheating." The silence that followed was louder than his words. He sighed, running a hand through his hair. "Look, I'll sleep in the guest room." As the door clicked shut, I stared at the notebook in my lap. Page after page of our love story. But the last few chapters, I wasn't sure I recognized them anymore. The jasmine scent lingered in the air long after Daniel left the room. I sat frozen on the edge of the bed, my fingers gripping the notebook until the pages wrinkled. "I'm tired, not cheating." His words replayed in my mind, sharp and defensive. I took a shaky breath and stood up, my legs unsteady. The guest room door was closed, but no sound came from inside. I needed air. Walking to the closet, I grabbed Daniel's coat, the one he'd worn to work. Maybe I was imagining things. Maybe I was just paranoid. But then my fingers brushed against something in the pocket. A receipt. The Grand Lux Hotel. Room 412. 8:47 p.m. My heart pounded so loud I could hear it in my ears. This wasn't just stress. This wasn't just work. "Daniel." I called out softly, my voice trembling. No answer. I clenched the receipt in my hand, the paper crinkling under my grip. If I confronted him now, what would he say? Another excuse? Another lie? But if I stayed silent, the doubt would eat me alive. I took a deep breath and walked toward the guest room, the receipt burning a hole in my palm. The Grand Lux Hotel loomed before me, its glass windows reflecting the afternoon sun. I tightened my grip on the steering wheel, my stomach in knots. What am I doing? But I had to know. I parked across the street, my eyes glued to the hotel entrance. Daniel's meeting wasn't until 8:47 p.m. according to the receipt, but I needed to be sure. Hours passed. My legs grew stiff, my coffee cold. Then there he was. Daniel strode through the revolving doors, his suit crisp, his expression tense. My breath caught. He wasn't alone. A woman in a red dress followed him inside. My heart hammered. I fumbled for my phone, snapping a blurry photo before rushing out of the car. The hotel lobby was all marble and chandeliers, too bright, too loud. I spotted them near the elevators, arguing. "She can't find out the truth." Daniel hissed, gripping the woman's arm. My blood ran cold. The elevator doors slid open. They disappeared inside. I stood frozen, the echo of Daniel's words ringing in my ears. Truth? What truth? This wasn't an affair. This was something worse. My hands shook as I turned the key in Daniel's home office door. The room smelled like his cologne, woodsy and familiar, now tainted with betrayal. She can't find out the truth. His words haunted me. I had to know what he was hiding. The desk drawers yielded nothing but files and pens. Then, under a stack of old contracts, my fingers brushed cold metal. A small lockbox. My wedding ring glinted as I tugged at the latch. Locked. I grabbed a letter opener and jammed it into the seam, my breath coming in short gasps. The lock snapped with a sharp click. Inside, faded photographs. A little girl with my exact smile. My brown eyes. My curly hair. But it wasn't me. Or was it? Beneath the photos, a yellowed newspaper headline screamed. Local couple disappears with daughter, 5, after hit and run. The date, 23 years ago. My vision blurred. The girl in the photo wore my favorite childhood dress. The one I'd sworn I remembered. A floorboard creaked behind me. I whirled around. Daniel stood in the doorway, his face pale. "Clara," he whispered. "I can explain." The newspaper clipping fluttered to the floor as I stumbled back. "Explain this?" My voice cracked. "That's me in these photos. That's my dress." Daniel's hands trembled as he reached for me. "Please, just listen." "Who am I?" I screamed, knocking over a chair. The crash echoed through the silent house. His shoulders slumped like a broken man. "Your parents, the accident, my father." He swallowed hard. "He took you that night. Raised you as hours after the crash." The room spun. My knees buckled. "You knew? All these years?" "I found out when I was 16. His tears fell now. "I wanted to tell you, but..." "But what?" I lunged forward, shoving him against the wall. "You married me. Was that part of the plan? Keep the stolen girl close?" "No. I fell in love with you." "Love." A hysterical laugh tore from my throat. "You watched me call your parents mom and dad. You held me when I cried about childhood headaches, those fake memories they planted." The truth hit like a truck. My entire life, a carefully constructed lie. The headaches weren't from childhood illness. They were from whatever they'd done to make me forget. Daniel reached for me again. "Clara, please." I grabbed my car keys, photos scattering behind me. "I'm calling the police." "And you?" I turned at the door, shaking with rage. "You can rot in hell with your family." Tires screeched as I peeled out of the driveway. In the rearview mirror, Daniel sprinted after the car, his mouth open in a scream I couldn't hear. My phone slipped in my sweaty hands as I dialed 911. "I need to report a kidnapping," I gasped. "My own." "Ma'am, please stay calm." 23 years ago. The Harris family disappearance. My voice broke. "I'm their daughter." Headlights flashed behind me. Daniel's BMW swerved into view, gaining fast. The phone clattered to the passenger seat as I took a sharp turn. He rammed his horn, one long, desperate wail. Then his window rolled down. "Clara, stop!" I stomped on the accelerator. The engine roared in response. At the next intersection, Daniel cut me off. Metal screamed as we collided. My airbag exploded into my chest. Dazed, I looked up to see Daniel staggering toward my car, blood trickling from his forehead. "Please," he rasped, yanking my door open. "Before the police come, you need to know." I scrambled back. "Don't touch me. My father's dead." His breath came in ragged gasps. "I killed him when I found out what he did to you. That's why I couldn't tell you. I'm a murderer too." Sirens wailed in the distance. Daniel's bloodied hands hovered near my face. "But loving you? That was never a lie." Then red and blue lights flooded the scene, freezing us in their glare. The police pulled Daniel away, his hands cuffed behind him. He kept staring at me, even as they shoved him into the cruiser. "I'm sorry," he mouthed through the glass. I turned away. A woman's voice cut through the chaos. "Clara." She stood by a patrol car, gray hair, my nose, my eyes. The man beside her clutched a faded teddy bear. "My teddy bear. Mom." The word felt foreign, raw. She collapsed into me, sobbing. "We looked for you every day." I didn't hug back. Not yet. Their faces were strangers, their tears a language I'd forgotten. Later, at the station, detectives explained everything. Daniel's father had staged the accident. My real parents had never fled, they'd been searching for me since the night I vanished. Daniel pleaded guilty to manslaughter. At his sentencing, he looked thinner, haunted. "Clara," he whispered as guards let him out. "I tried to protect you." "You protected yourself," I said. "Just like your father." He flinched. The courtroom doors closed between us. That night, I sat with my parents, real parents, in their tiny living room. Mom showed me photo albums of birthdays I'd missed. Dad cried when I called him Dad. But as I left, I paused at their porch. Daniel's voice echoed in my head. "Loving you was never a lie." I touched the locket around my neck, his wedding gift. For 15 years it had held a fake past. Now it felt lighter. Empty. But It's great to see you here. Tell me in the comments what you thought of the story and what level of difficulty it was for you. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, activate the bell so you don't miss new stories, and like if you liked it. I'll see you next time. Bye.